Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to reading. This is your reading for, we're doing from now until this time next year, where you'll be 1 year from now. I did this a year ago, and now it's time to do it again, right? So we are just going to jump right in here. In your current general energies, I'm dropping cards here. You have this purification card and this release card. So clearly releasing something is going to purify you. Major release. Right away, you are definitely letting go of something. And, you know, this first row, again, is your general energies, but you could look at this as kind of where you are at right now. I feel like you're ready for a new beginning with the Page of Pentacles. You're ready for... Damn, this is looking good. You have this prosperity lies ahead. I feel like you're ready for prosperity. You're ready to stop yourself from stopping yourself. You know, I almost have the word authentic popping into my head. You know, it could be the truth as well with the justice card here because, you know, I've just noticed that a lot of people, but especially you, I'm pretty sure your last reading I did for you, there was something about your truth being exposed, but in a good way, or, you know, it's like you are being more authentic. And I don't mean this as in, look at another card of truth here. It's like, not that you've been lying, Aquarius. I just think sometimes, you know, we do things that we don't want to do in life. And, you know, when we do that, then we're not living authentically. So, you know, I think that, look at this. Truth be told right there. Are you kidding? Again, I feel that there's something here about your authentic self, you being who you truly are over the next year and kind of embracing something, or, you know, this could be a talent, gift, skill, or ability, something that you do. It's going to change your life, not to be clickbaity here, but you have the Wheel of Fortune. So, you know, this is definitely something that living your truth is going to be the thing that really sets you free. And I do feel right here that some of you are maybe seeing some things that you want to release, and it could be to heal yourself with that purity card. You could be seeing, you know, we all have toxic traits and things like that. I'm not calling you toxic. I'm just saying, you know, we all have things that we know we need to let go of. It could be baggage, or could be even be other people who are toxic as well. So, you know, I feel for a lot of you that you're looking at the things that don't bring justice to your life. Justice is simply cause and effect. You know, it's simply just the balance that you receive from, you know, whatever in your life. And we see this here in your first diagonal. We go 8 of Cups to the Justice card to the Devil. So and you even have the 2 of Pentacles here, and you even have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a card of like karma. So I feel for a lot of you that I don't really feel this is talking about karma, but I do feel it is saying that you are looking at the things that are good for you and the things that are bad for you, and you're just releasing the bad things and kind of watering the good things. Let's put it that way. You're giving more energy to the good stuff, which is exactly what we should be doing. You have the Page of Pentacles. I'm also getting good news here. So I do feel like you could be receiving good news, especially here, right here, going this way up to the Queen of Swords. We go Justice, Queen of Swords. And even, you know, this right here, if I'm being honest, I don't feel this in your reading, but what I will say is that the 2 of Pentacles to me is a clue card. To me, it's a clue card for a settlement. So some of you, it's like if you're dealing with something legal, this could be a legal settlement. It could be, you know, coming to an agreement as well. It could say that, you know, not really that you're like settling with the other side, but it could say that there's some sort of agreement if you're dealing with something legal. And again, that could be part of the good news here. I really just see this as something new entering into your life just in general. So there you go. You have the Hermit. I feel that you've definitely been through it over the last couple of years, doing a lot of soul searching, trying to figure out like who you are. I do feel this is pretty deep, and you do have this Whale card. It is showing up in the good stuff. So, you know, it's going to be good no matter what. But that Whale card, it is a good card, but, you know, it is a card of diving deep, diving deep into your emotions or diving deep into something that you want to embrace. It is kind of interesting that you have that Raccoon card with the Whale. The Raccoon kind of can represent some sort of skill or a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have. It really represents something that is hidden inside of you. And so the Whale says that diving deep into yourself, Hermit, right here, could be discovering some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability right here. He has this star inside his lantern. That star, he's holding it and hiding it in the lantern, but it's like something that makes him special. I always say that with the star, you have to open up that lantern and let that star out. Look, right here, there's like something like a window right here that's opening up. So I feel for a lot of you that you need to open up with, you know, to some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability. I'm not sure. It's like some sort of truth inside of you needs to come out. Let's see. With the 8 of Wands, you have the 2 of Swords. This could represent finding some sort of middle ground. So again, if you're dealing with something legal or a difficult person or whatever, this could say that you are finding a middle ground or that there is some sort of middle ground. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Devil. So you have the Devil twice here. I would definitely be careful at this time, especially if you're watching this in September. If you're watching this after September, I kind of feel this has already happened, but you could be getting a message from a person who is a devil, or who is a devil-like person, who is toxic or who has problems or whatever. I do also feel you could be seeing this person either get karma or you're learning the truth about this person. Like maybe you had a person in your life who lied to you a lot, and you could be seeing the truth about that person, and this is setting you free with that 8 of Cups, release and purify or purity, whatever it said. There's definitely a big release going on here, but I need more details, so let's see. With the Hermit, you have the 4 of Cups. This 4 of Cups is from the White Sage Tarot. I actually really, really like this deck. I really, really like this card as well because those 3 cups are pouring into 1 cup. I'm wondering though, I kind of feel you're more focused on yourself, which is great, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But this reading is telling me that you're more wanting to take control of your truth. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is more a card about taking control of your destiny, but it's your destiny how you see it, not how everybody else sees it. And you have the 9 of Wands above it, which is kind of funny because it's saying to me that you're putting boundaries up, preventing people from affecting your destiny, which is great. That's what you should be doing. In the area of, what are we doing? What you don't see coming. You have this prosperity lies ahead, this new moon in Taurus. You have a super moon. It says emotions are running high. Yes, we just had that Pisces moon, so that Pisces full moon, which was very, I'm sure very heavy for most people. But, again, I would watch your emotions. I also feel that what you don't see coming is that there's something very prosperous on the horizon. But it might, I'm not saying it's easy because I think the difficult thing here is you living your truth. You have the 4 of Wands, the Justice card, and the High Priestess. 4 of Wands can be a card of marriage. So if you want to get married, definitely could be love, although I feel this reading is more talking about your freedom, setting yourself free by living the truth. And, I feel when you do that and you commit to it, then you will have a celebration. These people are celebrating on the other side of those 4 wands. Again, I feel like you're no longer settling as well. This energy has come up for a couple of people over the past few months. I don't know. I just think people maybe are more tired. I think when you get tired, you're like, no, I'm not taking anyone's crap any longer. And I get that energy here on the 4 wands where you're just like, no, I will only commit to these types of things. Like you're much more clear. Look, you have the Queen of Swords right next to it. Queen of Swords, she is clear. She is only willing to accept things that like truly want to be in her life. So if this is love, for example, I feel like you're saying to yourself, if a person doesn't show that they actually want to be in your life, I feel like you're like, fine, goodbye. If they don't put in the effort or whatever the case may be, this is effort. Strength is effort. Strength is someone who puts in the work. Even if this isn't love, like even if it's like work or business, I feel that if you're in something that is not your truth that you hate doing, then you are probably going to leave and move on to something else. You're creating much more balance in your life by doing this with the Justice card. I also feel you are kind of getting or seeing karmic corrections going on around you. We're about to have these eclipses starting in October, and eclipses are considered like very karmic. A lot of karmic stuff goes on around eclipses. So I feel for you could be seeing people get their karma. You could be getting good karma. The 8 of Cups is the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it. Some people say that the moon is an eclipse. I don't think that. I think that the 8 of Cups is the only card that has an eclipse. But, you could be eclipsing a toxic person out of your life at this time. And I do feel like that is going to be a good thing. I feel that some of you have had a lesson where you have had to learn to trust your intuition, maybe on something you didn't trust your intuition on. But I also feel good about this High Priestess. She has those 3 parts of the moon on her crown there, and it kind of says that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of every situation she enters into before she enters into it. So she uses not necessarily her intuition, even though she is very intuitive. She uses her powers of visualization to make something go how she wants it to by visualizing. So I feel like your visualizing is going to be very powerful for you. So if you're like into manifesting and stuff, I would definitely visualize or practice visualizing. With the 4 of Wands, you have the 2 of Pentacles, which you have twice. Two of Pentacles is balance, and like I said, it seems to me like you're creating a lot of balance. I also feel you could be removing chaotic situations from your life. Like, let's say you were dealing with a person where it was just like spinning plates, having to do all these activities, all these things, right? Sometimes I look at it as like a performance. Like if you've ever been to a circus, there's one of those guys that is literally spinning plates, on those sticks or whatever. And that's what's popping into my head. Maybe when you are doing things that are not part of your authentic truth, it just feels like you're putting on a performance. I feel you want to be more not feeling like you have to put on a show, right? With the Justice card, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a card of recovery, healing, and I also feel that it can represent you praying for something. So I feel like you've been praying for clarity and you're about to get it. With the High Priestess, you have the King of Wands here. Could have been a toxic fire sign if you were dealing with someone who is toxic. But at the same time, I kind of feel this is saying you have to have the courage to go for your dreams, The King of Wands, he is very bold, assertive, very courageous. He really just takes control and goes for something, and he does not allow anything else to control him. The Devil doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's actually, the Devil is showing up in the area of the good stuff in your reading. But at the same time, I feel that he can represent control. He also is tied to Saturn. He represents Saturn. So I feel for some of you, we have Saturn and Pisces right now. You have Pisces right next to him, right here with the High Priestess. And this is saying to me that, to me, we have Neptune and Pisces, which is like the dream. We have Saturn and Pisces, which is like get your ass moving. So I feel for some of you that, taking control and bringing a dream down to earth is what you need to do right now. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Whale, and you have this raccoon here. And so you have some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability, or a truth that needs to be revealed. And I kind of feel you have to dive deep to discover this truth. Some of you might be saying, or maybe you have said in the past, that you don't really know what you want to do with your life, Aquarius, or, where you're going, or, whatever. And I feel like this is saying, no, you know exactly what you want. You just have to cut out the noise with the Nine of Wands. I really feel that this Nine of Wands over here is talking about other people. I think you do know what to do, but maybe you have a lot of people in your life who say, do this, do that, or it's almost as if you're allowing other people's expectations to determine the direction of your life. And I feel that Nine of Wands is saying, no, you need to be in control of your life. You have the Queen of Swords here. I feel like you have this understanding. I feel like there's a great amount of clarity coming in for you. It's almost as if you're breaking a spell. I don't think that's true. Number one, I don't believe in spells that they work or anything, but number two, it's not like a real spell. That's not what I'm saying. It's almost like the maybe you've been wearing blinders or a blindfold, and now the blindfold is being taken off. You see clearly what your truth is. I feel like you see all the work that you've done in your life, all the things that you've had to do as well with the Strength card. And this is really helping you to either move forward, or it's helping lead you in the right direction. The Two of Pentacles, again, is work hard, play hard. I also feel you're paying attention to equal give and take. You see there's a figure eight between those two pentacles there. And the figure eight, the infinity symbol, is just, putting energy out, getting energy back. And you have the Justice card. So, I feel justice is equal give and take. It is cause and effect. And I really feel it would be a great time for you to pay attention to that. But this is showing up in the good stuff. So the good news is I feel that you are getting a very equal exchange of energy, which is awesome, based off of the things that you work on in life. You can put energy into something, and it's like you're getting the energy back. You have the Devil here. Again, he is showing up in the good stuff. Number one, you could be attracting a Capricorn if you're looking for love. Number two, I feel that this could be you manifesting, but, kind of more taking control. These people, they have these animal horns on their heads, and it represents their baser instincts, like your root chakra energy. They need to take that energy and bring it up to their head so that they can express something into the world, whatever it is. And I feel for you, it's that Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, again, is your destiny, but it's your destiny, how you see it. It is your personal vision for your life. It is all the things that you want to create in the world or in your life or, whatever. So I really feel a lot of you are kind of like creating bigger and better things, or, you want to take control and do it. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands. Yes, Queen of Wands, King of Wands could be a divine counterpart coming in for you, but the Queen of Wands, she normally has that sunflower, and that sunflower points towards the sun. So it points towards her joy, happiness, abundance, things that make her happy. good stuff, whatever you want to call it. So I feel for a lot of you, this is encouraging you to move towards the good stuff. I feel like it's encouraging you to move towards things that bring you joy and happiness. You have a sunflower at the beginning of your reading as well. And she's also very courageous and bold. It's like she moves towards her truth. Again, I think the problem for you is Nine of Wands. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but I read intuitively, this is what I'm getting. I feel you know exactly what to do. And maybe you're worried too much about what people think about your truth or your life or how you want to run your life, or you're worried too much about whatever is going on in the world. And I feel there's a real need to stay grounded at this time. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands. You have all these Wands cards, so definitely a very enthusiastic time for you. I would encourage you to follow your enthusiasm. Page of Wands, he just, is excited about a new journey, and he goes in that direction, plain and simple. With the Devil, you have the Queen of Swords again, just cards repeating themselves. Whenever cards repeat themselves, it's like they're just saying, I meant what I said. The universe is saying, I meant what I said. Next, in the area of advice from your future self, you have this card that says, go the distance. You also have this card that says, truth be told on it, which we talked about this. Clearly, there's some sort of truth that is kind of deep inside of you that's being exposed. That go the distance card, I do feel like you're about to do something you've never done before, which is, I feel like you're about to complete something all the way. This card, hold on. Sorry, my camera's reversed and I never know which card I have to grab, but you have this go the distance card, and I feel like it's saying you're about to do something, like you're about to see something through to the end. Maybe you've been in this energy of jumping from one thing to another. Again, not a criticism. I'm an Aquarius rising, Gemini moon. I'll tell you what, I jump from idea to idea to idea to idea. I never finish something, right? Except this is like the only thing that I've like stuck with for an extended period of time. I have some other things that I've been working on, but that I've worked on for a couple years now, but really, I've been doing this for almost 10 years on YouTube, so there you go. But what I would say is I feel like you are sticking to something. It's almost like you are, by living your truth here, you are seeing something through to the end. I feel like something is kind of being exposed. You have the Strength card, the Nine of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Strength card is something that you can do every single day. That lion represents her inner voice, her inner critic, her inner demons, and it's submitting to her. It has its tail between its legs here. So I feel for a lot of you that, you are kind of getting your you are working on yourself, or you're working towards something every single day. And I feel like you will be seen as successful. Again, you have all these Wands cards, very determined energy in this reading. You have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is, again, I feel like you need to put boundaries up against people. When you're confused, when you don't know what to do, I feel like you're just listening to other people. So, I feel it's time for you to listen to yourself and to do the things that you want to do. I feel it's time to let go of fear and, move forward without fear, because you will be very, very successful. I really do feel you've been through a lot. You started with the Hermit. You have this Nine of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior. So you've been through a lot of maybe challenging experiences, but I also feel that you're about to be rewarded in big ways. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, again, would represent a pretty big life change. So I do feel that your life is definitely going to be changing for the better. But it's because you are taking control is what I'm seeing here. I feel like it's because you... sorry, my alarm is going off, but it's because you are doing things to take control of your life. Again, the wheel is always spinning. We can take control of the wheel, but most people just let the wheel spin. They don't try to control cycles. But I feel like you are now, Aquarius. So let's see where this is going. With the Strength card here, you have the King of Cups. Could be a water sign coming in for you as well if you want love. I do feel this is more talking about your emotions, though. There is normally a whale behind the King of Cups. It looks like a fish, but it's a whale, and it represents his deep emotions. So I feel with the whale in this, you do know exactly what to do, but you just have to dive deep and kind of live your truth. This could be also some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that needs to be exposed, or that you're not using, that you need to use, that can make you more successful. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, you have all the Wands cards now. So, I feel really it is a very courageous, bold time for you. The Knight of Wands, I consider the true builder in the tarot. He is not afraid to build something new or to, build something different in his life. So I feel it'd be a great time for you to build something. If you want to build a business, a relationship, a health routine, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I do feel this is encouraging you to build. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Death card. Major, major transformation. Wheel of Fortune, death is, major turnaround, major transformation happening in your life. So Love it. We are going to pull 5 main themes now, and we are going to see what's coming up for you. You have this July card and this Angel card. It says spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I feel like you are protected at this time. I do feel like something happened in the month of July for you. And again, I feel that this is saying that you are protected at this time. You also have this December card and this Kite card that says vacation on it. So maybe you need a vacation in the month of December, or it could just say that by the time we get to the month of December, you need to take a break, right? You have this Wreath card. It says sorrow over loss. I definitely do feel that there is sorrow over some sort of loss. I feel like it's like maybe some of you feel like you lost something because you didn't see the truth, but it's like, sometimes I don't know. I think there are spiritual lessons that we just can't get around, right? And, that's kind of how this is popping into my head. Maybe you feel like you lost something because you didn't see the truth, but the only thing we can do is correct it in the future, right? That we can't go back to the past. So, I do feel like some of you feel this, and all I would say to you is, again, I think that, in the future, your feelings about this situation, whatever it is, could be love. Like maybe you lost a person because you thought one thing and it wasn't the truth, and now you're learning the truth. There's a lot of stuff about truth here, and maybe now you're having regrets, or they're having regrets, or whatever the case may be. But I think the only thing you can do is move forward and think about the future. You have this Carriage card that says a journey, either physical or mental. I think that taking a vacation, even if it's a staycation, would be really good for you. You have this Carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. There's a huge opportunity that lives inside of you, and I feel like you just need to pull it out. The carrot is under the ground, right? Above ground, you just see that green stuff, and below ground is what you actually want. So, this reading is making a lot of sense. It's just saying you have to dive deep to and tell your own truth, so that, and expose it to the world so that you can be successful. But a very transformative reading as well, Death, Wheel of Fortune. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your year.